Hi. Hi, so how are you all?
The more contact I have with humans, the more I learn. So let's get started. Drive.
Okay. Something's going on. Why can't I reverse? Thank you.
Turn left.
No.
Completely straight.
Definitely need to make some changes.
ahead. Turn right. Turn right. Chill out. Speed's trap. Reported ahead. Chill out. Speed's trap. Reported ahead.
And of course, the moment you slow down for the speed trap, the speed limit jumps up to significantly more. And then the moment you get anywhere near the new speed limit, it drops back down to the low one again. Now, the problem I've got at the moment is that I've got no right-hand mirror.
Chill out. Speed's trap. Reported ahead.
Oh, damn it. What's that, 954 quid? Bloody hell. I definitely like this GPS display. It's a lot clearer than the normal one. But I've lost my wing mirror. I don't like that I've lost my wing mirror. Ah. Come on, come on, come on. No, wing mirror. 6. But it's all the way over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Probably done out that I can't see Jack Diddley. I mean, it's always possible there is a wing mirror there, just can't see it because it's so dark. You watch. Now that I'm getting up towards the speed limit, yeah, flipping thing changes again and instantly gives me a ticket.
At the roundabout, take the first exit, human. Exit here. Chill out, speed trap, reported ahead.
Yeah, speed limit's just changed up as well.
Ahead, turn left.
So I've got no wing mirrors.
Turn left.
So is it the mods that I've just made that screwed this up? Or is it this particular truck?
Chill out, speed trap, reported ahead.
Now, what's the speed limit here? Some wipers on. So what we got? 8 hours till I've got to take a break.
Chill out, speed trap, reported ahead. Continue straight.
So, and again, the moment I slow down to match the speed limit, it jumps up to 50 again. And then drops down
Continue
to 30.
straight. Keep right. Then continue straight. Continue straight. Chill out. Speed trap reported ahead. Chill out. Speed trap reported ahead.
At least Arnie's working today. Last couple of days I've been playing this, it's been touch and go as to whether he works or not. Just a case of some of the time he gives you the directions, and then other times
Chill out.
he
Speed
just
trap
doesn't
reported
bother.
ahead.
Yeah, as I said.
Chill out. Speed trap reported ahead.
No. But you don't want to have your head turned. So now you can't see the wing mirror at all. Now is that because it's a Scania? Or... better.
Chill out, speed trap reported ahead.
At least I can see a bit of the mirror now. Still got no right-hand mirror, which is a bit difficult. Let's try that, see if that makes things any better.
My mission is to protect you. Come with me if you want to live.
Okay. Right. Hold it there. Yes. What is going on with this eye? God. Right, mod manager. So I'm now taking that one out. Put that one in. Okay.
I'm looking for Sarah Connor, but we can go to your destination first.
Right. Okay. So that loses me that wing mirror. Let's try that. And yes, that is just water. Right, drive.
You sent me from the future to save you. Let's go.
Right, thank you. So now I've got my GPS display at the top with the information at the bottom. I've got my right hand wing mirror visible. I've got my left hand wing mirrors visible, and I've got my camera down the side. Yay! Yeah, I don't need the wipers anymore, do I? Yeah, at least my lights are still on though. Okay. Right. Right. Thank you. So now I've got my GPS display at the top. Okay. So that all seems to be working now at last. And I understand that folks can actually hear me. Not sure if you really want to, but hey ho, part of the game I suppose. What? Way station bypass service. What the hell does that mean? Stop at the truck scale ahead and activate the icon. Okay. And there we go. Okay. So presumably that means I can go. What's this way station way station bypass service? Yeah, I'm not going to be like Jimmy Broadbent and see how quickly I can go through this. Right, and we're back off again. How long have I got until I'm going to take a break? Another 5 hours. Ooh, what was that? I think someone got in my way. Oh well. Right, so is Arnie still working, or has he gone to sleep again? Ooh.
Chill out, speed's trapped, reported ahead.
Yeah. Come on.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Good. Exit.
Ooh, so you're taking me around there, whereas he cut straight through. That's not very fair. Particularly bearing in mind he was taking the cut
Turn
through.
left.
So he was taking the cut through, but decided to hit his brakes and stop completely.
Turn left.
At least I got rid of him. So, not so happy about having that display so far down. Could really do with having it just above the steering wheel. And a little bit bigger.
At the roundabout, take the first exit.
First exit, okay.
Keep left. Then
Keep
turn
left.
left. Turn left. Keep right. Then turn right.
Where do I turn right?
Turn right.
Oh, this one. Whee! Didn't mean to hit that button. That came as a bit of a shock, as you can imagine.
Turn left.
Okay.
Turn left.
Ooh, that was a bit close to that light pole, lamppost, whatever it was.
Chill out. Speed trap reported ahead.
Another one. So I really ought to take Jimmy Broadbent's recommendation and turn off things like that and just say to hell with it. But there again, of course, he's got the infamous Minty, which, if you've never seen, that is one hell of a truck. I don't know how many thousands of horsepower he's got, but the fact that as he pulls away, he goes first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th.
Chill out. Speed trap reported ahead.
Let's go for 8th.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
Second exit.
Exit 1.
So, yeah. Come on. Could certainly do with something with a bit more grunt. Maybe not as ridiculous as Minty, but yeah, a little bit more grunt.
Chill out. Speed trap reported ahead.
So it's a sat nav where the text is bigger and have it like a HUD, so it's just above your steering wheel. That would be ideal, particularly if they're like twice as big. Maybe 50% wider but twice as big for the characters and the icons and everything else, and make it a lot better. I mean, you'd probably be okay if like you were using this as a monitor that's sort of 2 feet in front of you, or a foot and a half, 2 foot in front of your steering wheel. But the TV screen that I'm using is about 9-10 foot away, something like that. Definitely at least 8 foot away from me. And as you can see, I wear glasses, and boy do I need them. And so consequently, you can imagine how much I struggle to read the text at times. I mean, particularly the fuel display, I really struggle to see that.
Trap reported ahead.
One thing I liked about the DAF is that you've got a white bar that shows your fuel level. So even if you can't actually see how much fuel you've got, you can see how big the bar is, and you can see it visibly shrinking. So at least you've got some idea.
At the roundabout, take the first exit, human. Exit here.
So it'd also be nice to have the SCS camera. SCS? Do I mean SCS? Anyway, the camera that can work with this, and it actually detects when you turn your head. So what you do, I guess, is that you turn your head, but you look out the corner of your eye at the screen. And so the camera that's watching you realises that you're turning your head, and so actually pivots the camera like that. Because of course I'm having to use the mouse to do that. So yeah, it'd be quite good to have that.
Chill out, speed trap reported ahead.
How long have we got left? 3.5 hours. What was it? 79-hour journey. Getting to 12. I always tend to go for top gear. I suppose it's a case of I got so used to the power of my old Honda Accord, which was a turbo diesel 2.2 litre engine. Okay, it only developed like 138 horsepower, I think it was. 138, 148. So not a vast amount of power, but the amount of torque it had. I mean, I taught my eldest daughter how to drive in it, and literally taught her that with that car, just to get her used to driving, you didn't need to use the accelerator. start the car up, dip the clutch, put it into first, slowly lift the clutch pedal, slowly lift the clutch pedal, and she'd pull away herself. When you got the clutch completely lifted,
chill out, speed trap, reported ahead.
When you got the clutch completely lifted, then you press the clutch down to the floor again, put it into second, and slowly start lifting the clutch again. And she'll pull away herself. And she'd do that right the way up into 5th gear, by which time you're doing 30 odd mile an hour. 25 mile an hour, something like that. And you're in 5th gear, and you haven't touched the accelerator. But it gave her the confidence to be able to start learning. Yeah, because it was a case of, for learners, I think having to learn to cope with changing gear, pressing the clutch, using the brakes, pressing the accelerator, steering the car, looking out, checking the mirrors, using your indicators. If you turn around to a new, or someone who's potentially learning to drive, and tell them all of that lot in one
chill
go,
out, speed trap, reported ahead,
then you're going to scare the hell out of them. Whereas if you can say, look, let's get you on a car park, which is what I did. We used to go down to the NEC in Birmingham, because it's not far from where they live. And it was a case of, what we'll do,
take the first exit, human.
What we'll do is we'll go into one of the car parks and drive around the car park. Yeah, okay, you had to pay for the parking, but up to, I think it was up to 2 hours, was a couple of quid. Well, big deal. You try getting driving lessons for a couple of quid. Okay, yeah, take into consideration the wear and tear on the car. Oh, big deal. I had that car for 6 years. 6 years, 7 years. Still the original clutch. Never. Don't think I ever had the brakes changed either. It was a fantastic car. I was so disappointed when I had 2 different people pull out on me on consecutive days. On the Thursday I had a girl pull out, young girl, at a junction. I was on the main road, she was at the side road to my right and couldn't see me. She pulled out, and because the sun was in her eyes, that's why she couldn't see me. She pulled out thinking the road was clear and saw me at the last second. I hit the brakes, she hit the accelerator and swerved. She swerved to the right to move away from me. I swerved to the right to move away from her, and we just didn't quite manage it.
At the roundabout, take the first exit, human. Exit here.
That took out the bumper, front bumper, near side headlight, and I think that was about all the damage it was. I mean, most of it was cosmetic. Okay, the headlight lens was badly scuffed because obviously they're plastic lenses.
Chill out, speed trap, reported ahead.
Oh, hour and a half. Okay. Yeah, they're plastic lenses.
At the roundabout, take the first exit, human. Exit here.
They're plastic lenses. So, you know, that got scuffed right the way across. And obviously the bumper took a bit of a bump. So, yeah, I mean, it was going to be probably about £1,200 to have it repaired. But, yeah, that's nothing horrendous.
Keep left.
And then the following day, as I was coming round an island, this 90-year-old man pulls out from the
Chill
left.
out, speed trap, reported ahead.
Coming down towards the island from my left, and apparently didn't even see me, and went straight into the left front wing, just at the wheel, just at the wheel and tyre, and well and truly into the front wing. Pretty much marmalised the wing, but also did a bit of damage. Yeah, bent the suspension slightly, and the insurance company wrote it off as a financial write-off. And then, okay, I managed to get I think I got 175 quid for it from the guy that I then got my Honda Civic from. He was a dealer, and he was looking for a larger vehicle because of his family. So, yeah, he sold me the Civic and privately bought the Accord off me. Now, bearing in mind, this rear view mirror in the GPS is meant to be a rear camera, not a rear view camera. I mean, I took it to mean it was going to be right at the back of the trailer. So just one of the big problems I find with this game is that you can't judge very well when you've cleared another vehicle. Ah, right, okay. Yeah, let's add that.
You're coming with me. I'm the Terminator. Let's drive.
Yep. See, I do like this Arnie voice. Jimmy Broadbent was definitely very right about that.
Keep right. And then exit right.
I must admit, I would much rather have Joanna Lumley, but I'm so used
exit right. I insist.
to having Joanna Lumley. As the voice on my sat-nav, because that's who I've got IRL.
At the roundabout, take the second exit.
1,
Exit here.
2. Pick up my shoe. Or was it tickle my shoe? I'm just down here somewhere. I'm going to be turning right.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Human. Exit here.
A bit further to go.
Yeah, turn right. Turn right.
Brake on. Engine off. Lights off. And go to sleep. Right. Start up. Lights on. Brakes off. And off we go. I suppose what I could do is fill up on fuel while we're here. I don't know how we're doing. Oh. Dooby-dooby-doo. As I say, can't really see the display. Right, and we're off.
Turn left.
Yeah. So yeah, as I say, you know, the Accord was an ideal car for my daughter learning in. And it served me well all the years that I had it.
At the roundabout,
Well, I say all
take the
the years.
second exit. Exit here.
The 6 or 7 years, whatever it was. I can't remember whether I got it in 2010 or 2011.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. Human. Exit here.
So yeah. I must admit, apart from the finicky part of the speed limits changing,
Keep right. And then exit right. I insist.
I do find
Exit right. I insist.
this game quite relaxing.
Chill out. Speed trap reported ahead. Chill out. Speed trap reported ahead.
So do I have to stop or something? Okay.
Ahead. Turn right. Turn right.
Okay.
Continue straight.
I could blast up there. Okay. Oof. Bloody hell, that was close. What? What do you mean unauthorised border crossing? I stopped at the thing and you checked me.
Chill out. Speed trap is right ahead.
See, it's stupid things like that. Where, you know, they've just checked all your documents and said, yeah, fine, everything's in order, you're free to go. And then it turns around and says, gives you a fine for an unauthorised border crossing. Well, hang on, how can it be an unauthorised border crossing when you've said all the paper, you've weighed me and said total weight 39 tonnes,
Then
you can carry on.
I insist.
And then you've checked all the paperwork and said that everything is in order.
Ahead. Turn right.
Said everything's in order.
Chill out. Speed trap
and
is right
lifted the
Turn right.
lifted the barrier for me to carry on my journey, and then you turn around and give me a penalty for an illegal border crossing. No, makes no sense. And it's things like that that piss me off.
Turn right.
Now, yeah, I'm turning right as well,
Turn
mate.
right.
Whee! Well, at least that's got rid of him. There we go. So one thing I wish I could do is stream Gran Turismo Sport when I'm playing that and racing online in that. But unfortunately, I don't have a capture card, so I can't output the PS4 to a capture card to then be able to broadcast it live. So all I can actually do is upload the videos after the event. But of course, because you're just uploading a replay,
Continue straight.
there's no camera like on this on me or on the driver. For you to be able to see what's going on, yeah, for communication, that sort of thing. So yeah, 7 hours 41 still to go.
Ahead. Turn left.
Turning left.
Turn left.
Aye. Oh no, that's petrol station. I thought it was a border crossing or something. I just saw the bright green icon. It's case of, oh, it's not a border crossing that I've got to pull into. Yeah. I suppose there's so much in this game that...
Chill out. Speed trap reported ahead.
Oh, bloody one. So I wonder if my gear shift could work. Problem is, of course, it's only a 6-speed shifter. So how does that work with when you got 12 gears in the truck?
Ahead. Turn right.
It'd be nice to have a proper indicator as well.
Turn right.
Yeah, an indicator on the stem, like you would in a real car or a truck. You can just indicate left and right. No, of course you can't
Chill out.
see.
Speed trap reported ahead.
Yeah, it's too low, isn't it? Yeah.
Continue straight.
So you see what Jimmy Broadbent means about Arnie laughing as he says continue straight. Yeah, there's a definite chuckle in his voice. You know, everything else is deadly serious, but then it continues straight, as opposed to continue straight type of thing. So yeah, let's have some lights on. It's getting dark. Surprised the police haven't done me for driving without lights on. Oh, and I got the high beam on as well. That'll have pleased everybody. Oh,
Keep right. And then exit right. I insist. Exit right. I insist.
So look at that. The moment you get down towards the speed limit, it jumps back up. So bloody annoying. Yeah. And yes, I know all the truck drivers will be saying, but this is the sort of crap we have to put up with, because this is real life for us. It's only a game for you. Yeah, I know it is. You can see how bloody annoying it is. Hardly surprising so many truck drivers are severely overweight, like me. So,
keep left, and then continue straight.
See there, continue straight.
Continue straight.
Again, yeah. What's he laughing at? Yeah. Yes.
Chill out, speed trap reported ahead. Keep left, and then continue straight.
Yeah.
Continue straight.
Oh, we've got 6 hours. Oh, ow! That hurt. What the hell? Now, the thing is, can I move? Oh! Houston, we have a problem. Yeah, we're going to have a tow, aren't we? That's just bloody hell. Yeah, alright. Yeah, I think that got a bit narrow. I think that got a bit narrow. Enter. Truck maintenance. Oh. Come on. What? What's going on? Oh, the game's crashed. Oh well. Okay. Well, in that case, bye.